Hello.
Hello.
We're back.
Finally.
Finally. We are Knits and Giggles. I'm Debbie.
I'm Brandie. This is episode 27. We took a little life break, so we haven't recorded in 2 months. So
Forever.
Yeah, grab a drink and settle in. I think we're going to be Gabby today. Chatty?
We might be here a while.
Might be here a while.
You can leave whenever you want.
What are you wearing?
I just looked it up because I didn't remember. This is that's not right. Why did I type that? Do brioche cowl? That's not right. It's a brioche cowl by Lavanya Patricelli. So brioche, 2-color.
I knew it was from her when you walked in.
I don't even remember whose yarn this is.
Is one of them Rose Hills?
They might both be Rose Hill, actually, now that I'm thinking of it.
The pink one, I even think it's...
Yeah, I think the pink is Rose Hill. It's
is
some
it
like garden...
raspberry cheesecake?
No.
No.
It was like some garden party or something. It has lots of like speckles in the pink. And then when you flip it, we have the green. However, you will see that this is lopsided, which, like, it's asymmetrical. It's not meant to be.
Oh.
That was a Debbie F-up.
Oh.
So...
I like it.
I know, it actually is okay because Andrea Mowry's stuff, like...
Are all
asymmetrical like that. And it's not like it really matters when it's on.
No.
Like, it just...
It's actually kind of nice because then it has that, like, nice line.
It doesn't sit perfectly straight.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I think it was one of the first times, maybe the first time that I had done something fully brioche. And that's probably why that I made the screw up, because I wasn't paying attention to the increases or decreases. I was paying attention to making sure I did the brioche properly.
Right.
So, yeah. And then when I realized, oh, I'm supposed to be doing this on the end, it didn't happen. And then I was like, well, too bad. It is the way it is. So, that's what I'm wearing.
It's a design element.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's cozy and it works. I don't care.
I like the color combo. Yeah, I think. I would never pick those together, but it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Ava cardigan.
You are.
I am not 4 years old and it fits me.
It's
I've been waiting months to say that to you. When I first cast it on, it didn't look like it was going to fit. And Debbie's like, that won't fit a 4-year-old.
It was weird. It was like...
It's a very interesting
what
construction.
What part was that?
The neck. So you cast on the neck and it's like a short cast on. And then you steadily make increases to go. And it is a very weird construction. Mm-hmm. I'd never done anything like that before. And so looking at it, like, you felt like it was supposed to go around your neck, but it didn't. Like, it did not go. You think, like, sit across your shoulders, but it didn't at the time. And so I totally get it. But yes, I've done my Ava cardigan. I did have to use a different color for the sleeves.
I like that. Mm-hmm. The two-tone looks awesome.
Mm-hmm. I love it. It's fantastic. I am very happy with it.
Didn't you have to do something with the bind off or the sleeves or something?
Well, because I did 2 different bind offs.
Right.
Yeah. So I did a regular bind off, and I thought it flared. It was this one. It flared too much. But once I blocked it, it was fine. And then this one I had done not an I-cord bind off. Maybe a 3-needle bind off? I don't remember, but I did something. I think a 3-needle bind off, but I didn't like that either. I disliked that more than I just liked that. Mm-hmm. So I took it out and fixed it. And I remember we talked about this. I was going to leave it, block it, and see if I liked it. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, the only reason why you're going to leave it and block it is because you're too lazy to pull it out right now. You're just procrastinating, Freddie. Just pull it out and fix it. You hate it. I didn't like it at all. And so it's good. So this is Super Wash from our friend Moscow Stitch, Verna. And then this is Brian Dye Works, and it is BFL and not Super Wash. So I wouldn't say I made a mistake the way I blocked it, but I would, if I was to do it again, I would not block it the way I did. I would steam block it, but I did wet block it. And as you can see, it is quite a bit larger than I anticipated.
Right.
I also have to fix my blocking because I did not pin it down.
Oh.
I kind of relaxed, like, because I knew as soon as I got it wet, I was like, mistake. So instead of pinning it and stretching it, I had kind of like laid it flat. And so the button band is not perfect and it drives me nuts. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but like it doesn't line up perfectly.
Right.
And the one is kind of wonky, like it needs to be pulled.
Right.
It's so, yeah, because the one side you bind off on and the other side you cast on stitches, I think, or something like that. So the bind off stitches were a little tight. So I'm going to probably just steam it and block it, just this part, because everything else is fine. But I think my saving grace was that this is BFL and not superwash, because I texted you and said, oh my gosh, it's so big and I think the sleeves are ridiculous.
Yeah.
But because this didn't grow like this did, it's fine. The sleeves are actually fine. I was worried that it was going to be like down to here.
Yeah. Is the back different? Oh, no.
No.
It just looks...
It's the way it's cast on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like you changed stitches almost to make it look ribbed, but it's not.
Oh, no, there was something back there. I don't remember. Maybe in the shoulders. I forget. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, so I'm happy with it. I love wearing it. It's cozy. This yarn is so cozy. Like, both of it is very cozy. So.
Your buttons are cute.
Yes. These were a gift from a friend a few years ago, and they're elk.
Yeah, they look like antler.
Yeah. Well, and I made the buttonholes, and then I went to look for buttons, and I was like, I wonder if these will be like too small for the buttonhole. This one sometimes comes undone because it's a little loose, but because they're such a different shape, they're okay.
Yeah.
This one comes undone a little bit, but yeah, I really like it. It's sweet.
Very cute.
I'm glad that I finished it.
Yay.
And I'm also glad that I made the small size because okay, so if you've been around, I cast this on in August. I was trying to use up this yarn, and I had 3 skeins. And the only size that would work was the small, and it was be major yarn chicken. Obviously, it was major yarn chicken. I do have a little bit left, but not very much. So I would not have even been able to make one sleeve, I don't think. So one full sleeve. So when I was making it, I realized that I was getting out of yarn and decided to use this instead for the sleeves. And I love the look of it, how that turned out. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't add length because
Yeah, you thought about it, but...
Well, I was worried because I was trying to make the sleeves.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I don't want to run out of yarn. And then I was like, oh, I should have added length. But once I blocked it, it's that super wash. It just like pulls down. So, yeah, that's it. You have a cardigan by Petite Knits.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Other FOs?
This is my only FO.
Oh, I'm surprised by this.
I went down a rabbit hole instead of finishing my nebula.
Okay, I have some FOs. Yay! This is rare for me. First, the Woodland Fingerless Mitts.
Yes, you're
There.
almost done these last time.
I was almost done them. Yeah, patterned by Caitlin Petite. Caitlin something. And the yarn is Wool Baron Ugly Sweater Party. So I really love these. They're super fun. And I totally wear them while I'm working because
I was going to
keep my
ask you, that
hands
was the
warm.
plan.
That was the plan, and I do. And my coworkers, because I work online, so my coworkers are on Zoom, and they'll just be like, "Your mittens are so cute." And I'm like, "They keep my hands warm." And I found out last week we started doing this thing at work. So I started my job last year, and it's everybody's across the country. My bosses actually live in Mexico. And our team has grown so much. Like in the last month, we've hired 6 people. And last year, I was very siloed and did not know anything really about my coworkers at all. And so I gave feedback to my bosses in December and was like, we need to learn about each other. Like a normal workplace, you would get to know your coworkers and things about them and their families or whatever. But I know nothing about anybody and nobody knows anything about me, and it felt very disconnected. So they started introducing in January how every like meeting, we have like our Monday morning meetings basically. They have a question of the week, and they ask different things. I've learned since the start of January that my bosses, they're a married couple, and one is the CEO, clinical director, one is the CTO, chief technology officer. He's in charge of all the tech. I've learned that, yes, they are married. Like, I figured they have the same last name, but I was like, I'm just gonna guess, right? They are married. They have a son. Did not know that they have a child.
How old?
Almost 16.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. They did not know that.
Never came up ever. His name is Adrian. Did not know this. Adrian recently started school. They've been homeschooling him for 2 years in Mexico, and he finally has started school. They got a puppy. Also didn't, like,
all these facts.
Did not know. Because I've been on meetings and I hear in the background, like you will hear my dogs or my bird or whatever in the background, but I heard a dog bark in the background and I thought, they must have a chihuahua or something. It was very small sounding. And then one day they were like, in one of these meetings, they're like, we got a puppy, and it's a Doberman puppy.
No way.
And I'm just like, I would never have known any of the stuff about you guys, that you have a child and a dog and
a teenager.
And my one boss, he was really into like motocross, and he used to ride all the time. They lived in BC, and he was in accidents, so he like gave it up. And then now he's talking about getting a bike again because his son is almost 16 and really wants one. Like, all these random things. All this to say that I have learned recently that 5 of my coworkers are crocheters.
No way.
And they're all like, look what I'm making. And like, look at my blanket. I'm making a shawl for my mother-in-law. And none of them are knitters, though. They're all crocheters.
I knit at work during lunch, but we don't all have lunch at the same time. And so sometimes people come in and see me knitting, and they'll be starting their lunch half an hour after me or whatever. And I've learned that quite a few of my coworkers also crochet, but there are a few that like have tried knitting, but nobody is a knitter like I am a knitter.
Yeah.
But lots of crocheters too. Yeah.
So I also spilled the beans that we have a podcast to my coworkers last week. So hi, if you're watching.
Hi.
I was like, should I tell them what we do? I don't know. And they're like, what's the name? I'm like, I don't know if I want to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want you to watch us.
Yeah.
But if you are watching, hello.
Yeah.
So, yes, these are one of my FOs.
It's weird that like people that don't, well, maybe even if they do knit or crochet, but people that are like outside, like we do have people that we know that watch us, obviously. But recently I was at my neighbor's and they had YouTube on their TV, and I saw Knits'n'Giggles.
What?
Yes. And
so
I was
they've been watching you?
Yes. I had no idea. None.
Well, hello, Brandie's neighbor.
I was like this. It's awkward. I don't know. It's because our lives are so separate, right? Like, things like that are separate from the rest of my life.
From reality.
Yeah.
This is not reality. This is an alternate dimension.
Yes. It's my knitting world.
Yes.
My knitting world is separate from my like regular life.
It's true. Did you see that meme that Kirsten posted about like letting people into your life? Like,
it was like the small little thing of like strangers, but that's knit. Yes.
It's true. It's like, no, I don't want to associate with this, like, random acquaintance, but I will talk to any knitter.
It's true. And we ran into this on Saturday. We were knitting with a couple of her knit friends in a coffee shop, and 2 women walked up to us and they were like, excuse us, we would like to know what you're knitting. Yeah. And I don't know, I just got this vibe. Like, I knew that they were knitters. Because sometimes people ask us what we're working on, but they don't, sometimes they'll be like, oh, is that knit? So you get that like hesitation. They don't know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. Like, what are you making? Like, like a server at a restaurant. Like, that happens.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Us.
Yeah. But these guys obviously knew what they were talking about. And so I was like, well, I'm making a sweater, but like, are you guys knitters? And they're like, yes. And I was like, it's the Nebula, by Andrew Mowry. And then, we ended up getting this like, whole conversation with them. And yeah, like that happens when you're out in public knitting. You attract.
You just find your people.
You find the people.
So next
Oh. I can't believe you have multiple.
The district cowl.
Finally.
Finally.
You started that last April because you bought that on your little yarn store day.
Yes. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it is squishy.
It has taken forever because
it's doubled.
It's doubled. So you basically are knitting like a giant arrow, like a giant triangle that's like this, and then really, 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 really long to the point. Because then you're sewing that, you're folding it in half, first of all, seaming all the way down the side. So this is actually the outer edge, like it would be like that. So imagine this is double the width. You fold it in half, seam all the way down, then you take this point and
tiny little point.
This point, and then sew it across the top to create this like bandana shape. Now,
do you like it?
No.
I no.
Well, it's just
Yes.
I don't know if I
It
I
doesn't
don't know.
look the same as when it's in the pictures.
I think that I lost count or something and went too long.
Yeah, it's not close enough to your neck.
Yeah, it should. I feel like it's supposed to be shorter.
There, yeah.
Right? But it's done. Like, and I'll probably
so
and I'll probably wear it, so it's fine. But the yarn is I don't know how to fix.
I don't know how to fix that without because you could put a button on it, but then you're gonna have a bulk at the back.
Like if I.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even
I'd
know.
have to think about this. How I could do something.
You could steek it.
Oh, maybe.
And then cut some of it off. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I'll have to think about it. But the yarn is Cindy Marie Creates is like I didn't bring my
The
extras.
stripy
This
merino.
weird variegated, it's our Knits'n'Giggles colors basically. And then it's a very, very pale green mohair. You see the fuzz. So it's held double. And I've never knit with mohair before. This was the first time. I don't mind it. I like Surrey better.
Yeah.
Preferably Surrey. But
I can't get over how squishy it is, but I guess that helped.
yeah, it's
Sewed in,
double
so
the
squishy.
width.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Because in the photos, it's like this.
Yeah.
Like in his photos,
Yeah.
it's Max the Knitter, right?
Yes, it's
It's like this. It's like the tightest cute little bandana. And this is...
It is not the same. Now, I'll also say that I did mess up on like a design
One of
element.
the- yes,
Yeah,
one
because
of-
it's supposed to have like another column like that.
I feel like that
Down
shouldn't
here,
affect
it doesn't affect that. I think
Yeah.
I just lost count. And then by the end, I had the right amount of stitches on my needles, but it was too long. So I just didn't increase at the right intervals. I probably increased, I don't know.
Because you'd have to decrease
I don't know
quite
how.
a bit. Okay. Oh,
I didn't,
I was
yeah.
going to do that. I knew I was going to eat the mohair.
Yeah, I think didn't increase quick enough. So I ended up with the right amount of stitches on my needles, but then it was super long.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it should be more like that.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways,
It's done.
it's done.
Yay!
Yay.
Do you have another one?
I do.
What? It's like
So-
you injured your knee and have been knitting.
Well, I finished all of these like right at the start too. So I fell in my kitchen and tore my MCL. So I haven't been able to drive until Friday. Was the first time I've driven in 5 weeks. It was a long time. So I was stuck at home and my life has been very boring. Knitting and working and reading. Which I guess is fine. I finally finished this.
Oh, yay!
But I have not woven in the ends, obviously. Look at them all. But it's fine.
It's beautiful.
So this is the Bounce blanket by Tin Can Knits. And I knit this for my cousin's baby. Now, I remember when I was going to I was trying to do like a repeat pattern and then I was going to run out of yarn.
Yeah.
And you said,
Just go
the
for it.
baby doesn't know. So I went off pattern and it
Yeah.
actually turned out just
It's
fine.
beautiful.
Like,
You can't even tell.
no, it looks fine.
Like, I would have not been like, oh, it's off pattern.
No.
I know what the pattern is because I've seen you working on it.
Yeah.
But like even when you were holding up, I knew you had to go off pattern, and I was trying to figure out which end was off pattern. The baby will not know.
This end
yeah.
is off pattern.
Yeah, because it was the skinny rows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks great.
It's
I
fine.
love it.
So I just have to weave in all of the ends because, you know,
That's a lot of ends,
every
hey?
time you change color. And then I have to block it. Which, how do you really block acrylic?
I don't know.
Because I feel like I need to like pin it out or something to kind of like
Just do it like you would.
So I'll
and
just
then,
do it normally and see if it happens.
I
Like
mean,
if it actually
and it's
stretches
going to
it
be
out.
washed and dried and whatever, so it's not
Yeah.
a big deal. Again, the baby's not going to know.
No. So yeah.
The toddler. I'm just kidding.
She's like
She's not that old.
4 months old now. Or something. When was she born?
6 months old. September? October, November, December, January, February. 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, by the time you block it,
Yeah.
weave in all the ends.
And she'll get it. So that's all of my
That's
FOs.
amazing. You get some whips?
Yeah, my tessellated is in here, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay.
Because
I am so close to being done my nebula, which that's why Debbie was like, I'm surprised with this because I was working on it when we went for coffee on Saturday and I have like half a sleeve to be finished. And then the ribbing and I'm so close to being done, but I came home and wound other yarn. Yeah, so same. This is the same as my Ava cardigan. I am stash driving, mostly stash driving. I say mostly because I did recently buy yarn to go with stash because I didn't, like I needed a third color to make something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to use as much of my stash as possible when I'm making projects, when I'm planning what I'm going to cast on next. I say that, and then I also, when we went for coffee last time, bought yarn for an entire project. So, whoops. But yeah, my nebula is almost finished. I will probably finish it this week. I'm going to work on it probably at night tomorrow night. Yeah, so that's the whole stash thing. That's why it's 2 different colors, because I knew I wouldn't have enough of the gray to do the whole sweater, but I wasn't sure how much this was because the sweater is written for one kind of yarn, so it doesn't separate, right? So I didn't know how much it was going to be. In hindsight, I wish I would have done this in black as well, the bottom ribbing, because then it would have been matchy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to run out of gray and not have enough for the sleeve. I think I'm going to be okay because I weighed this sleeve before I did the ribbing. I weighed it, but it's held double. So this weighed, I don't know, I want to say 50 grams, just for shits and giggles, say 50 grams. And then I weighed my dark gray, which is the one that I'm worried I'm going to run out of, and it had 37 grams. So I'm guessing it's about 25 grams of each yarn because I'm holding it double. If I run out, my plan is to hopefully know before the very end, and I'll just make a black stripe. You shared, I think, a while ago, some person who had like been like, this is stash diving or something, and like she was trying to finish her sweater and doing yarn chicken, so she has 2 mismatched sleeves, and it looks totally like it was planned, even though it's not. So I am embracing that in my knitting with my stash, because I don't want to. It's so hard because some things I bought without a pattern in mind, or I was like, oh, I can combo it with these 2 yarns or whatever, but I don't necessarily always want to make a stripy thing, and like I don't always have the right combination to make stripes either. So I'm embracing whatever will be.
It would be really cute with just like a stripe in the sleeve.
Yeah.
Like, I like that.
When I thought that I didn't have enough gray, I was actually going to do 1 black sleeve and 1 gray sleeve with mismatched ribbing on the end. And then I was like, okay, no, don't do that, because then you'll have gray left over and a bunch of black left over.
Yeah.
This way I'll have a bunch of black left over, not a bunch of gray.
Right.
So I'm hoping that I'm actually hoping to play yarn chicken towards the end and only have like 5 grams left. So that would be fantastic. enough that it doesn't feel, you know, harrowing to do the yarn chicken. Okay, so my other cast on is the Ronstadt pullover.
What is this?
It is by Tanis Fiber Arts, and it is one of her crochet and knit combos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so, this is what it looks like.
See, I wish I crocheted. I wish I was good at that. That is so cute.
Yeah, so when I bought the pattern, I had like a plan in mind, to use the leftover from this sweater, and I had this whole idea, whatever. But then we were talking about it at coffee on Saturday, and I was saying that I can't remember what I said. Like I kind of had yarn picked out, but I wasn't sure. Blah blah blah. And I have this yarn that I bought for a different sweater. I'll show you in a minute. But it's in Tarja, and I've never knit in Tarja before, and I'm feeling very overwhelmed by the pattern, and I need something to knit on.
Yeah.
I haven't cast it on yet because I'm feeling overwhelmed, and so I was like, I need something because my nebula is almost done, and that's all I have in my house. So I came home and went downstairs and found a combination of yarn, and I am working on my 8th granny square, and I only need 14. I'm over halfway done them because I can't stop. Like at night I'm there with my little knitting knife and I'm just one more square. So I picked 4 colors that I had enough of to just keep different combos. And so they're all going to be the same 4 colors, just in different combos. And I'm not good at math, guys, but I'm pretty sure because I only need 14, I shouldn't have to repeat the same like combo.
Really?
I don't think so, because 4 times 4 is 16, right? Right. So if you think about it, like, again, not good at math, but I believe I shouldn't have to, because there should be 16
None of these
different
are the
combos.
same?
None of them.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, this one starts with that color and then goes to black. This one starts with that color and goes to white. So then I could do this color green.
Right.
Right? Yeah. So, yeah, I won't have to combo it. And, yeah.
So cute.
And then my 2 colors. So I might be playing a little bit of yarn chicken. This is formally, I have more of this. I only brought one of each. This is formally my cat bells.
Oh, right.
And I pulled it out, and then I admitted it knitting that I threw some of the yarn out because I got annoyed trying to unwind it. So I should have had enough to do it, but I weighed my yarn, and also because it used to be a sweater, I don't have the bands anymore, but I went online and looked at the yardage, and I don't think I'll have enough to do the bottom of the sweater because the bottom of the sweater is, the bottom color is from the crochet squares down and the sleeves. So the top color is a lot less. I also don't love this color as much with this, but maybe once it's knit up, I will like it. And then I have, because these skeins from Brine are 115 grams, the sleeves used 105 grams. So I have, or maybe a little bit more than that. I have one full 115 grams skein and 100 grams, so 15 skein. So yeah, so 215 grams or something like that. So I'm going to try and do this as the bottom and the sleeves. My plan, I haven't really looked at the pattern, but my plan is to do the body and the top yoke and then do the sleeves. And if I'm running out, again, I'm just going to like combo the things or whatever I have to, make a stripe, whatever. But I'm hoping that once I laid all my yarn, I was like, I don't know if I love this color. So that's my other thing, is if I start knitting on it and I hate it, then I'll find something else to put.
Well, like this black color has like some of that.
It does, yeah.
Yellowy, what is that, rust color?
Yeah.
So
it's when I threw this color in that it kind of went out to light. But because I had, the crochet is so nice because you just pull it out. It's like, not a big deal. I had a different color in mind, but it really, really clashed with this, and I only had enough to do like a couple of squares, not all the squares. And I knew that I didn't want it to be very scrappy. I wanted it to be very cohesive. Yeah. I didn't love the idea of the very scrappiness. I think I could do very scrappy if I just did one color and it was black or dark gray. But yeah, my other option is Fiber Nook still has this peppercorn color. Right. So if I hate this, I could just do peppercorn for the whole thing.
Go get more and do,
Just go and do the whole thing, yeah. I mean, it defeats the whole stash diving thing.
Yeah.
And I bought this sweater pattern with this yarn in mind. So if I don't use it,
you could completely use these squares for something else.
Stop it.
And then just listen. Just listen. Stop. And you could do your granny squares in one solid color.
Yeah.
Like,
not happening.
Okay. I'm just saying if this didn't look great with all that.
I think if it doesn't look great, I'm just going to get more of this and do the whole sweater in this color.
And then that will be something else one day.
Mm-hmm. And then,
a third project.
Another project, yes. Okay, so that's my cast on. And when I first, so I am working on a scrappy crochet blanket, but it's just a very simple stitch, straight back and forth. I haven't done granny square stuff in a long time. So when I first started doing those, I was like, oh, this is not intuitive. I was like having to look at the pattern all the time. Now it's intuitive. I've got it memorized. It's fine. In just a few squares. So that was nice. It was like kind of like riding a bike. Mm-hmm. But I was feeling like I couldn't do it at night. Now I'm like, I could finish these at night. So that's great. Because that was the whole point of this project. It was I needed something to knit on at midnight tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But I didn't finish my nebula, so it might be that. Okay, so while we were at the Fibre Nook in January, was it January or December? I don't even remember.
I think it was January.
It was right before you. Yeah.
Yes, it was right before our Christmas party because we went there to buy prizes.
Right, and you went to the Christmas party and you were fine, which was January 6th, and then you hurt your leg shortly after.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm not going to show this because I was trying to find a picture without the pattern writing, but while we were at the Fibre Nook, I saw this pattern or a test knit, I guess, or not a test, sample knit?
Sample knit.
Yeah, and
so nice.
Bought the yarn while I was standing there. It is called the Intarsia Reset Cardi. And so that was the sample at Fibre Nook. And I bought very similar yarn. Not the exact yarn because I felt that this was too toothy. But I pretty much bought almost the same colors. Theirs is a little bit more taupey and mine's a linen. And then a dark blue. And this is the Isair Tivini yarn. Yeah, so that's what that's going to be.
So nice.
Yeah, it's lovely. It is. It's
so
light fingering weight. You guys, whose choice was it to make a freaking cardigan in a light fingering weight yarn?
What needle size is it?
6. 4 millimeter.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, it is because that's quite big. I might have to go down in needle size though. I don't know. It might be a little bit loose. We'll see.
I guess you'll know after you don't swatch.
Exactly.
We're anti-swatchers.
Once I'm done this really crazy cast on. It is top down, no seaming. Like even the pockets are built as you're knit as you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but you start with the collar and like you cast on so many stitches, not very many, and then you do 80 rows, not 80 rows, but you do a lot of rows, and so my brain is not braining, and I just need to get it on the needles and then go. Yeah,
it'll be really nice one day.
One day. I wonder how long it's gonna take me.
I don't know, but I'm really curious about the whole Intarsia process.
I cast this on in July. I looked at my notes, so this was cast on in July, finished in January. And it's DK.
And you've done other things though. It's not like you only solely work on one thing.
Yeah. But part of it is that I have to knit on something. I have to have something that I can knit on in public. Because I often knit in public. And sometimes I'm at a part where I'm like, I can't knit on this in public.
This will not be a public project.
I don't know. Not for a while. Maybe once I'm going. I've also decided, because the size I want to make, if I were to make the sleeves the way I just showed, because you can do, there's 2 sleeve patterns. You can do one of each or both different ways. So I'm going to do one of each. I was going to do exactly what the Fibre Nook sample is, but I'm actually going to do one of each because then I don't have to buy another skein of this yarn or one of the yarns. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. So, yeah, we'll see. And it's in tarsia, so I've never done that before.
Exciting.
It is super exciting.
New skills.
Yes. Yeah, so that's that. Those are my whips.
Well, my only whip is one that is like years old.
Okay.
Because I cast this on, I don't even know when, honestly, but I found it in my closet in a bag.
That's not your only whip. That's your only whip you're showing.
Well, my other whip is the tessellated.
Is that the only other knit whip you have?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing.
I can't think of any other ones that I have going.
Okay, that's great. I thought maybe you had more. Last year.
Well, now I'm questioning.
Well, I don't know.
I
You
don't
also
know.
ripped things out, so.
Well, this one was in a bag.
Yeah.
Forever, and when I pulled it out, I actually only had this tiny little point done, so I could have just ripped it out. But it's The Shift by Andrew Mowry, which I last podcast wore my other one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very, it's not super contrast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, her pattern uses spin cycle in 3 different colors, so it's like super color changing. My other one, if you'll remember, is like pink and brown, and then a variegated, so quite contrasted. This one is not.
Yours is quite contrasted, but you use 2 solids.
Yes.
Whereas hers is color changing.
Yes.
So it's quite contrasted and lots of color change.
So this one is also using solids, basically. So I
Yeah.
have this
Oh, yeah.
like variegated one, and then this is quite tonal.
And is her pattern sport?
Yes, I believe so. But spin cycle is like thinner than most things.
Yeah.
So I think it's the Sport DK one that she does, and then mine is DK.
I might make one with very different yarn
Yeah,
for me. Like,
like for you to keep.
well, I mean, I don't know how anybody to knit
This
it
is
for.
pretty yarn ink.
Yeah, this was, I think I purchased it from Ariana during when she was stash busting.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like very variegated with all different colors in it.
Yeah.
And then this is that one that I pulled out.
Yeah.
I pulled it, and it also is very, and then I thought, well, I need a solid.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know. After I seen yours, I was like, I really want to make a shift. And then I went down to my stash and I was like, these are very weird colors for me. Like, they look great together, but like,
It would look really good with just the black top or something like.
yeah. Have you ever seen me wear these colors
No.
or anything that's bright and
No.
colorful?
That's a lot of pink. For
I
you.
know, so pink. I know. I also thought about going and getting black, and ditching the purple and getting black, but
Yeah.
then I would have to buy, and I'm trying not to buy, guys.
Yeah. I was kind of, as I've been doing this, I'm like, oh, I'm like running low on this color. But then I vaguely remember that happening with the last one, because you use one of the colors as the main.
Yeah.
It's in sections kind of. So this right now has been my main. And then it uses the other 2.
Yeah.
And then I'll switch to this as the main.
Yeah. So you'll slowly go down.
Yeah.
All right. Our coffee delivery is here.
Delivery.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Yep.
Caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't think that I'll run out. I think that this is just the way it's supposed to be. But I'm excited to have it done. And it's actually a very easy pattern because you're just slipping and
Yeah.
knitting and then once you make it flat, then you have to seam it together. Very much like, what's that one that you've made? The
Inclinations.
Inclinations, which
Yeah.
didn't you have one that you're working on recently? You finished it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been wearing it. It's nice because it's figuring weight. I think I made it in figuring weight. Yes, I made.
I don't
Yes.
remember anymore.
Yeah, I'm like yes, because the original one was like sport weight, and then because I made 2.
Right.
One was a gift, so I don't wear it.
Well, that's my whip that I'll show. I won't show my tessellated. It's fine.
Have you done anything on it?
I did a little bit more on one sleeve.
Nice. Just finish it.
I know. Just not motivated to do it.
Okay, what do you got? What's next?
Patterns.
Mm-hmm.
I have a few patterns to share.
Okay. I only have one. You go
Okay.
first.
Okay. The first one, so I am doing, and I'm not really doing it, I'm sort of doing it. It's like the Canadian Cancer Society has had this Knit Every Day in February fundraiser thing. So I was like, well, I knit, so I'll just participate. And then you're supposed to like share your donation page and people donate and whatever. I haven't been diligent on doing so. But I'm part of a group now on Facebook, you know, because that's what happens. And it's all of the people who have signed up for this thing. So there are people across Canada sharing what they've been knitting. So it's kind of cool because you're seeing what all these other people who you don't normally follow or see in the Instagram space. And some of these people don't even have that. They're like old ladies that are knitting out of a book and not off Ravelry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this one lady shared a pattern and I was like, what is this pattern? And she posted a picture of the book and then I looked it up and it is on Ravelry. So they're called the Possum Pals Socks by Lauren Riker.
Oh my gosh. Those are adorable.
They're super cute.
I want a fox.
I know.
And they have little ears?
Yes. She posted the picture of the fox ones and I was like, I want to make these. And I don't really make socks. Go smaller. So yeah. How cute are these? And really, you can make them in any color. They don't have to be orange. But what I thought was really adorable is on the bottom. I don't know if that's just like...
Oh, like...
what's it called? When you...
Like duplicate stitch?
Duplicate stitch. They say foxy lady on the toes. And then I think the other ones, like the pig ones say oink.
Is that a kitten or a koala?
Koala. It's a koala.
Yeah.
I don't think they say anything
Yeah, okay.
on those ones, maybe. No, they don't have any words that I can
Okay.
see. But like, yeah, they're just, look at them wearing my Birkenstocks. This could be my feet. I have these Birkenstocks that are gray with big buckles.
This could be my feet.
I'm going to pretend this is Debbie's feet. No, it's not. But they're super cute. Possum Pals Koala socks. So I guess you get like all the animals technically in one pattern for $7 USD. So the 3 different animals. So that's one of the patterns that I had saved. And then the second was the Happy Scarf, which I did send to you, by Sweater Freak.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I shared it with you.
Yeah.
I wish this were a cowl.
Me too.
And I've been thinking, like, how can I hack this to make it a cowl? Which I'm sure you could because it seems fairly easy, like, in terms of how it looks. But
I love how it looks. I will not make it because it is not a cowl.
I know. She should come up with a cowl.
Yeah, she might.
It comes in it's DK and it comes in 2 sizes. So this one is pretty big. And then there's one that's, like, little looking. You can see, here's the difference.
I actually saw her holding the big one out and I thought it was the size. I was like, the other one does not look that big, but then I realized it's 2 sizes.
So here's her wearing a big one. You see how, like, long the front is there tied up. And then there's a picture of her wearing the little one. And it's, like, much smaller.
Yeah, it looks more like a cowl.
Bandana cowl-y.
Yeah.
So there's that one. Do you want to share yours?
Yes. Okay. So mine is, my algorithm right now is showing me lots of cool vests. So yesterday when I was on Instagram, I seen this. It's called the Color Field Vest by Lisa Meisner.
This coffee's delicious.
It's so good.
Yummy.
My kid was like, I don't know, maybe half an hour before Debbie was supposed to be here, 40 minutes before Debbie was supposed to be here. I'm going to go to Starbucks. Would you like coffee? Would you and Debbie like coffee? I'm like, yes, we would.
This is a cinnamon dolce latte from Starbucks. It's so good. Anyway.
Mine is a grande iced caramel macchiato half sweet decaf because if I drink caffeine right now, it'll be not good. So,
ooh,
yeah.
That's interesting.
Right?
How is that made?
Knit. It's knit.
I know, but like...
I think it's pearl stitch. I think it's, what's that called? Not stockinette.
Garter?
I think so. And you must...
It's like in Tarja?
I don't
like
know.
You stop?
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
interesting looking. It's very color blocked.
Yeah.
It is
Intarsia
Intarsia.
technique. Okay, so I think my algorithm is actually showing me all the Intarsia because I keep saying that word. I have this Intarsia thing that I'm not making yet because I'm overwhelmed. So
Here's another project
inundated.
that you get overwhelmed by.
Yes. Okay, but I love the color blocking. I saw some of the samples and I was like, oh, I don't love those colors as much, but these colors are so. I would wear that. Mm-hmm. And I love the like stripes and now I want to make it. Yeah. And with our climate, I feel like vests are quite nice because we have like cooler springs.
And you
cooler
looked
falls.
so nice wearing your vest the other day. When we went for coffee. It was so cute.
Okay, so I wanted to actually talk about this.
Okay.
I've been having a hard time styling it in a way that I feel comfortable wearing it, so I haven't worn it a lot. And I think I've mentioned this person on the podcast before, but I follow this woman. She's in her 50s. Her name is Stasha, and she has an Instagram, but she has something called Style School, which I have not taken. But basically, she talks a lot about like feeling good in your clothes and the way you wear them, and not so much about like wearing things that are flattering, but like wearing things that make you feel different things. Like, how do you want to feel? She's like, sometimes I wake up and I want to feel cool or nifty and whatever. So anyways, she does a lot of videos, a ton of videos. Like,
I don't think I've ever said I would like to feel nifty today. But
maybe you need to.
She makes the videos.
She makes these videos, these get ready with me videos or whatever, or style this shirt 50 different, not 50, but like a lot of different ways. And she does a lot of like tucking and wrapping and like whatever. Throwing my coffee off the table. And she also cuts her clothes like quite aggressively. She'll be like, oh, this is too long of a t-shirt. And so she'll cut it so that it fits her. And she doesn't sew it or anything. She just goes with it. So anyways, after I've been following her for a long time. And so I've been watching all these videos. So before I went to coffee on Saturday, I got my vest out and I put it over something and I was like, nope, this does not make me feel nifty. I'm not wearing it. So I changed my shirt and I had wore a shirt the day before and I was like, maybe it would look good with that. So I put that on and I was assessing and I'm like, I don't like this, but I don't know why. And it was that the shirt that I was wearing was hanging out a few inches over my belt, over my pants. So I took the shirt and I tucked it into my pants, which I don't normally do. And then the vest sat in a way that you could see my buttons on my jeans, and then it didn't cut me funny. So like I didn't feel frumpy because I didn't have that weird cut that was really long. And I was like, I feel great. This is how I'm gonna wear this. So
She's Tony the Tiger.
I didn't want to say nifty. So I was like, this looks good. I like this. So I've been playing with the way I wear my clothes and feeling better about it. I never used to tuck my clothes in, my shirts in, because I always felt it made me look fat and like attention to certain spots. So, but now I'm like learning from Stasha that, changing the way your clothes fit or like where they sit, putting a little knot, like from the 80s, you know, her son was in I think like a production of Oliver maybe, and she went to see it every night that it was out. And like, let's say they played it for 14 days or something like that, maybe not that many, but quite a few days. And he was young, so he doesn't drive or anything, so she would drive him. And every single day she dressed differently, but she dressed in Oliver-esque clothing. And so like she had this cute little newsboy hat, and she had like a little vest one day and like a tie. She wore the tie like 4 different ways. And she was like, I'm worried that like I'm going to embarrass my kid, but also like this is like, I want to feel like Oliver Twist. And yeah, it's very...
I'm not that invested in my wardrobe.
I am not that invested in looking a certain way, like embodying a certain thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe we should, and we'd feel more nifty.
Maybe we feel more nifty. I do, like, comfort is often my, like, if I was to have to choose a word, because of my job, I'm moving a lot, I'm with kids and I'm pulling on my clothes and stuff. So I think comfortable comes up for me a lot. Like, that's how I want to feel like. I want to feel like I can move
Mm-hmm.
and not have a wardrobe mishap. But Nifty is definitely not one of those things. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
I have 2 more patterns.
Okay.
So this one, there's no pattern that I can find. I've looked everywhere, but this lady posted a video making this cowl, and it's in German. So then I have to do the little like translate this so I can see what people are saying. And then she linked to other people who've made this, and this other lady has a YouTube and whatever. But so I called it the super quick scarf
Because you don't know what to call it.
I don't know what it's called. It's DK weight. I know this because her sample, she was holding 2 finger like double. So there's a reel of her on Instagram making it, and then I took I took pictures of this reel so that I could like show. So on Instagram, it's Creative Parodies Amberg. I'll share this in the show notes. Where is the picture? Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's done.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like it's double. But the way it's made is just a long rectangle, ribbed. Just this long ribbed rectangle. And it's something like 80... I thought I wrote this down. She uses centimeters even, so it's like something like 80 centimeters by 20 centimeters or something like that. And then she folds it and folds this rectangle and sews it together. So here is it, this rectangle when it's sewn together on one side, and that's how it will look on the other side. So just the way that this rectangle is like, it's like this, and then it's folded and sewn like, so it's kind of like on top of each other. And then the top flap, so this corner folds down.
Kind of like an envelope.
Like an envelope. And so this back part that's skinnier would be the back of the neck.
Yeah.
And then these points one is down, and then the other one folds over top.
Nifty.
Nifty. So that's super freaking easy.
That is so freaking easy.
Just make this long ribbed rectangle and let's just sew it together. So that's why I called it the super quick scarf or something. Because I'm like, that's really cool.
So how did you see this? Just on Instagram?
Yeah, it's one of those, when you don't even follow the person, it just shows up and then you click follow.
Yeah.
And I had saved it because I was like, I could make this so fast.
Yeah. It'd be a great gift.
Yeah. Or even doing it in like fisherman's rib or something, so it's even more squishy. Yeah. I just thought it was really cool. But there's like no pattern out there. And then somebody when she started tagging other people that she was inspired by to make this because other people have made it, another person was like, you should really write the pattern for this. And the lady was like, oh, there's a YouTube tutorial. But again, there's no name for it or pattern.
Oh.
It's just people making these things because they're so easy. And then my other pattern. Oh no, that was my last one. Okay, that's my last pattern. Acquirements.
Yeah, so we are sitting on one of my requirements. So my husband bought me Joey for Christmas. This is Joey. Joey is a sheep. Was a sheep.
Joey was a sheep.
Joey was a sheep. And so in May we went to the Rose City Fibre Fest, Debbie and I, in Camrose, and we saw Camden of Prairie Shepherdess. Prairie Shepherdess, yes. And she had pelts? No. Sheepskins available. And I took a picture of I sent it to my husband, and I was like, I really want one. What I would do with it, I don't know. But then at Christmas time, he was trying to find something and messaged Debbie. Was like, what would Brandie like for Christmas? And she remembered that I wanted one of these.
I remembered from May. I'm like, the only thing I can think of all year that she said she wanted.
And so he bought me Joey. And I got Joey. And Jeff said to me, like, I know that you wanted this, and that's great. I was like, but I have no idea what you're going to do with this thing. And I was like, well, I think I'm going to sit on it. Or it could be wrong, but I think I'm going to sit on it. So we have chairs in our living room, and I sit in my chair all the time to read in it. And it was quite cold at Christmas time. And then Jeff sat on Joey, and he was like, I know know I said I didn't know what you were doing with this thing, but I want one. It's so cozy. And so he started sneaking mine to our kitchen chairs where we play cards. And he would be like,
I can't move.
On Joey.
I have a brace on my leg.
So I ended up buying Sky, which is a black, little bit poofier, pelt skin.
Sky has shorter locks.
Yeah, she has shorter locks than Joey did.
Yeah.
So, so I bought Sky for Jeff. So now we have sheepskins. That's one of my requirements. Do you have an requirement?
Yeah. Did you end up buying the other one?
I did not buy Rogan yet. I don't know if Rogan's still available, but
I haven't bought it yet either. But I've had it in my car twice because I really do like it. Mm-hmm. And the locks. How long are the locks on this one? Do you know?
I forget. But when we bought Sky, we knew that was shorter locks. I think these ones are averaging 7 inches. Like she's got some pretty long.
That's Rogan.
Yeah, I think
also is like
Rogan looked very similar to Joey. So
yeah,
but Rogan's long, and Rogan's a Navajo Chiro, so he's black and white.
Yeah.
So I thought Rogan would be a good addition to our flock because. Yes.
I don't know what you're going to do with it. We'll have one on the floor and do on some chairs.
Jeff likes Joey better, sitting on Joey better than the shorter locks. So we had talked about getting one like Joey and then moving this one as a rug. Mm-hmm. I wish that it would be easier to clean. Like, it's not that it is hard to clean, but I would love to stand on Sky while I'm doing dishes because I find that my feet are sore. We used to have a Costco mat that helped with that, but it always...
The anti-fatigue.
Yes.
So I have one in my kitchen.
But I hated how dirty it got, like breadcrumbs and stuff. And I was always hitting it off outside, and then we had it for a few years, and it started to get like little pits in it, and so then we got rid of it. But I would love to stand on something like that. We also have laminate flooring everywhere, so I had said it would be so luxurious to have Sky as our little mat. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Or throw it on another chair because we're all kind of sitting on these sheepskins. I'm sure that when summer comes it won't be, but they radiate heat. Like I can't even explain to you how warm and cozy they are. At Christmas time it's quite cold here, and I have a wood stove, so my house is typically pretty warm, but I'd be sitting there on Joey, and then I'd get up and I'd be like, I'm cold. And I'd go and touch Joey, and it's like just so warm, cozy.
Well, we're going back into a deep freeze apparently. Like it's supposed to be minus 30 this week at some point.
On Thursday, Jeff was going to drive home from work, but he's not because of the weather. Yeah.
So now he's flying.
He's flying. Yeah. He doesn't want to take the risk. So, yeah. Okay, you do, and then I got another permit. Thank you.
I have no idea what that says.
my kid just came with a note. Like, what movie is that? With the one that everybody says is a Christmas movie, but it's like really, it's actually terrible. It's
Love
like cheating
Actually.
in it. Yeah. It's like that kind of note. It just says, I'm going to my friend's house.
I love you. Well, I bought this basket.
Yes.
With me.
Yes.
So I wanted one of these for a long time. Mm-hmm. This is from Big Blue Mama. Just a little tag on it.
Mm-hmm. It's so big.
And it's very functional. It's great because I would have projects, like multiple projects in bags all over my house, and then I'd have to I'll knit on this one, and now I don't want to, so I have to get up and go find the other one in another room and whatever. I just throw them all into one basket, and then I can just grab the basket and carry it around the house with all my stuff.
Brandie has one too.
They're so useful.
I've had mine for a really long time, like probably 3 or 4 years. A friend gifted it to me. It's not like Big Blue Mama. I don't know. I forget what brand it is. But I had originally used it as my gardening basket, so I'd take it out and gardening. But then now, Zane and Sandy, my projects all gather everywhere, so I have my projects in my basket. I love it. I could totally have a whole array of baskets. Mm-hmm. It's great.
I like them. Big Blue Mama's baskets are handmade in Ghana. But anyway, I throw everything in here. I've got my Loomis light. I've got all my Notion things. I have this little basket that has other things in it.
It's a basket of baskets.
Yeah. I have all the finished things, the various projects, my scale.
Oh wow.
my DPNs, like everything is in here in one spot.
She went around the store and took what she thought was the biggest basket and then went to the next one, and if it was bigger then she would grab that one until we found the biggest basket in the store, because at Fibre Nook they were all over the store in different places, which is actually quite like a great way to display them,
get people to move around and look at everything. Yeah. So one thing that annoys me about this though is it's lopsided. But that's fine. But that's just it's natural.
It's part of the,
it's just
part of the, it's a design element.
Yeah, like it's fine.
Yours is quite lopsided. I don't know if mine is as lopsided, but also, yeah, mine's a little bit lopsided.
Definitely. But like, really, when they come to the stores, they're like flat.
I was just gonna say when mine came when my friend gave it to me for her birthday. She was quite worried because she thought that it was wrecked in transport because it was quite flat. Oh, and I just realized it does have so it is in Alafia baskets, and then it's got like a tag on it, and it's actually handwritten in it. The village of Zurungu is where it was made, and it is also handmade in Ghana.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you have look at this. I knew that was there.
No, this one doesn't have that. This one just has the little Big Blue Mama.
Yeah, okay.
Tag on it.
Yeah, so the lot is 10/04/20. I wonder if that's when it was made.
Oh, maybe like the year.
Because that would be October. I don't know if it's 04 or if it's OH.
But in 2020, does that?
Yeah. Oh, and the weaver. It also has the weaver's name on it.
Cute.
Asakra.
I like knowing those details.
Oh, and a last name as well that I don't think I can say. Afaktogra? Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. But when they come flat, I just got it snapped on there. You're supposed to like wet them and like kind of stretch them out and stuff. So I don't know if they do that at Fibre Nook. Like, do they get all these and then they themselves like wet them all and flat like that? I don't know. So I'm sure I could make this more symmetrical if I really felt like it, but I'm not going to. And then my other requirement was this book, which I haven't even looked at yet, but I thought it was very interesting. So it's Math for Knitters by Kate Atherley. I saw it online, like somebody had posted about it, and probably Kate Atherley, and I thought this looks really interesting. If I ever decide to delve into pattern making in this more serious way, but it talks about like gauge and row counts, and yeah, it just seems very useful when you're trying to modify patterns to fit you or to change them in any way. Like we hack patterns all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this could come in useful.
Yeah. Okay, so my next requirement is an requirement and what I've been up to. So a week after Debbie hurt her knee, she was supposed to come with me to a glass blowing class that I had scheduled back in October for us. But she couldn't, because she couldn't stand or move or drive or...
It would have been quite dangerous, probably.
And you know what? It's funny because the owner of the studio I'd reached out to her because there's a 2-week minimum to change. You can't cancel your class, but you can change your date. And it was a week before. And so I had messaged her with the situation just thinking maybe she could accommodate. Not a big deal if she couldn't. But she had said that you could come as long, but you wouldn't be able to blow.
Right.
Do the blowing. But when I was there, I was like, you would not have been able to do any of it. Like, you would have not have been able to do any of it. Like, I'm so glad that we did not try to accommodate that.
At that point, I was on crutches still.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I couldn't wait there, so
no,
it wouldn't have been.
No, it would have been awful. So, I made 2 blown glass bowls. Blown glass bowls. There was a couple of projects that are called beginner projects that you can make. You get to choose from those, and you get to make 2. Well, you get an hour. You pay for an hour studio time, but I took a friend. So we each got half an hour. So these took 15 minutes. I say it like this because we went over our time, which was really unfortunate for the people behind us because they had to wait. But anyways, I made 2 blown glass bowls, and
what? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so cool. So that's bowl number
Oh
one.
my
And
God.
feel this, feel how
It's
heavy it
so
is.
amazing. I love
The colors.
Yeah, and
So-
just like it's just so cool.
The base color of glass that we were working with is a blue, and normally they do the classes with clear glass, but the instructor had been using a lot of this blue, and so she was just using it. The glass that you use to blow is stored in the kiln in a little bowl, so it's like molten lava in there, and so she dips it and gets your glass for you to start, and then you use that molten lava glass to dip into two. You can choose up to 2 colors so that you can see that's.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was light blue and green were the 2 contrasting colors. It's hard to tell on the screen there. And then this one was white and teal, I think. So Brandie being Brandie, this was my first bowl. And what happened was I distracted the instructor with some funny story, because apparently I can't stop talking when I go places. And she was looking at me and turning I was supposed to be blowing into the glass right away, and it kind of globbed over. And she's like, I think we can fix this. It's okay. This is my fault, whatever. So she like turned it or whatever. And what ended up happening was, my bowl was bigger than any is the biggest glass class bowl she'd ever made. Like, she's made bigger bowls on her own, but as the class, this is the biggest one. And then it also has this swirl pattern because of the way I was blowing to like counteract the glob that had happened. So it's so cool. Like, each one is so different, but yeah, you can kind of see how it swirls.
Yeah.
And on the inside, it's very evident. So she's like, yeah, you have this cool thing and it's big, and yeah. So I want to do it again. It was so fun. And so here's a fun fact that I learned. There used to be only 2 universities in Canada. Now there's only 1, and it is in Calgary. And it is the longest. The other one was in Ontario, but it was only open for about 2 decades, whereas the Calgary one has been open for a very, very long time. Because it's in Calgary, which we are in Edmonton, so a couple hours away, this area and Alberta tends to have more glass blowers. We kind of have a concentrate of it because they go to school there, right? So there is actually the studio that I went to was in Edmonton. There's another studio in Leduc that also does glass blowing classes, which is very rare to have studios so close to each other. And the instructor that did my class, she actually studied as well. She did an apprenticeship in the Yukon, because there's also a Yukon glass blowing class or glass blowing studio. And the one that we went to, I know what you're gonna say. Shush! I'm saying it's my story.
I was like, oh,
my story. Hold on. So I went to this class, and a week later, Brittany from Crux Fibers, which she's closed her shop, and I think she's now Brittany Under the Stars or something like that now. She went for her birthday to the Yukon glass blowing place.
Like in the I know, I saw this post. I was like,
yes,
this is like a weird coincidence.
She showed pictures of the studio that she was in, and it's funny because our instructor shared that the studio that we were in was modeled after the Yukon one, because the instructor really liked the way the Yukon one was designed. So it's different than the one in Leduc. Leduc is designed differently. So when I was looking at it, it's so funny because you can see the one in Edmonton is smaller, and so it only has 1 bench, but you could see exactly, like, it's almost identical. It's so funny.
That's crazy. Did you message Brittany?
I didn't.
Brittany, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Like, how cool.
I did it.
I can't remember what she made though.
I don't remember either. But in an hour, you can make up to 4 15-minute projects, and these are 15-minute projects. And then once you've made the beginner projects, so that's a bowl, a duck, a mushroom, a paperweight, or a Christmas ornament, those are the beginner projects. Once you've made one of those, then you can move on and make a stemless wine glass or a cup or glass. But those take half an hour, and you have to make one beginner project before you do another one.
Right.
And everything that I just named, the mushroom, the paperweight, and the duck, they're not blown. They use tools for shaping. But I really wanted I wanted a bowl so bad, and on their website, a bowl is not listed. So when I got there and the person checking me in told me to pick, and I had to like write down things on this little card. I was like, oh, but the bowl isn't included. She's like, no, that is. So then I was like, I'm making a bowl. I'm making 2 bowls.
They're just functional.
They're so like, that's what I wanted. I wanted something functional. A paperweight, a duck. I didn't like really needed those. If we went in January, and I'm not a big Christmas person, but maybe if I had gone in like November, I might have made a Christmas ornament because it is blowing and it is pretty cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that's my... What am I up to?
What are you doing with them?
I don't know. I just got them yesterday, but I'm probably going to put something in them and display them because they're so cool. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. We were joking because they are quite big, or supposedly bigger than the other ones. I'm like, I could have like 4 chocolate covered almonds. But yeah, I could put rings in them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably put them on my coffee table or something.
I like fun.
It was so fun. I can't wait until you're up and at them. And
I'm driving now, so at least I can stand and I can drive. And soon, if I start physio at some point, whenever I make an appointment, I'll be able to walk properly.
And in order to blow, you do have to bend or kneel or squat on this chair and be low for quite some time. So that was when I was like, oh yeah, you would not have been able to do this.
No. That's another reason why I haven't blocked that blanket is because I put all my mats on the floor and I like sit on the floor and pin them out. I can't. Like, actually, on Saturday night, my dog had 2 seizures. He hasn't had a seizure in 6 months.
Oh my god!
Which is it's crazy.
That's a great time.
Yeah, like a long period of time. The first year he was diagnosed with epilepsy, he had 12 seizures that year. Last year he had 5, but the last one he had was in August, and then he had 2 on Saturday night, and I like jumped out of bed and just like instinctively like went onto the floor and really shouldn't have done it. I'm like, oh my god, my knee is killing me now because I bent so quickly, and then I was like on the floor and I'm like, I can't get off the floor very quickly either. I'm like, and I wasn't wearing a brace because I was in bed. So, and then he had another one last night. And I'm like, what the hell? Chris and I are like, you don't have one for 6 months, and then you have 3 in 2 days? I'm like, what is happening? But it's just a thing. Randomly. Can't explain it. But yeah, I realized, I'm like, I can't block yet, because if I get on the floor, it's kind of hard to like get off the floor. Books.
Yeah. So I went to Mexico. I was going to count how many books I read, but I didn't. I think I didn't read. I was gone for 10 days, 10 nights this time instead of 7 a year and a little bit ago. Last time I read 13 books, but this time I don't think I read as many, even though I was gone longer, or maybe I read 13, but I think I was reading longer books, possibly. But anyways, so I have a few. I read so you have talked about the Tessa Bailey Dream Girl drama, and I have read 1 or 2 of Tessa Bailey's books, and I don't know why I didn't read any other ones, but I got them on Libby. And so I read Dream Girl drama on the airplane going to Mexico. I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it, but it was funny. That's the one where she's a genius musician, but her mom is wealthy, and so she's never done anything for herself. Like, she's never bought her own toothbrushes or so she meets who's going to be her future stepbrother, but she doesn't know that when she meets him. Yes. And he kind of rescues her and helps her live on her own. So it was good. And then Picture Perfect came, because this is the other thing when we were talking about it, you're like, oh, we kind of have to be read because they're kind of happening simultaneously. Yes. And I was like, okay, I've read books like that, but I have never read books as simultaneously as these ones. And I was like thinking as I was reading Picture Perfect, because Picture Perfect starts with the game of baseball against the hockey players, which is referenced heavily in the other book. Yeah. To write that again, right? You've read it in the other book, and then to write it again, you have to be really aware of details, because you don't want to write something wrong and then have readers be like, that's not what happened. Yeah. And you're doing it from 2 different perspectives, but the main character not the main character, but Elton.
Yes.
He's a side character in both books.
Yeah.
But he's sort of the main instigator of the baseball game in both books, but from different perspectives, from his sister's perspective and his like person that he met, a crush, whatever.
Yes.
So yeah, I was like, oh, I see what Debbie means. This is like very interesting the way that this is written. I really liked Picture Perfect. I thought it was really cute, and I really liked that one. Mm-hmm. So I read those while I was gone, and I also read one called Perfectly Adequate by Jewel E. Ann, and I was going to fact check this, but I'm pretty sure that she wrote Sunday Morning, which I've talked about on the podcast before. But Perfectly Adequate, I don't even know if it was recommended or what, but I downloaded it and then I was reading it. It's really good. The main female character has Asperger's.
Okay.
And apparently that's like a thing for me. I really like books when one of the characters is on the spectrum. I like The Rosie Project. Have you ever read that one?
No.
Okay, well I read it years ago, and the main male character is on the spectrum, and I think he might have Asperger's. I can't remember. But he creates this list of like things that he'd want in a partner, because he's very like, that's just the way it is. And then Rosie came into his life and whatever. There's 2 books. I've only read the first one. I haven't read the second one. But I also read another book recently. I've read quite a few where they're somewhere on the spectrum, and I find it very like witty and funny, and the way Jewel wrote these characters is really good. It's the basis is she's a nursing student who is a porter while she's in nursing school at a hospital, and the main male character and his ex-wife are both doctors in different what would you call that, departments?
Okay. Yes.
Is that right? Sounds weird. But one's an oncologist and one is in burn, whatever. So but the main female character idolizes his ex-wife. And then they have this chance encounter, and because she's very like fact-based, whatever, he tries to ask her out by making a joke with a thank you card, and she doesn't get the joke. She thinks that he's actually asking her to babysit his kid, and so it's like this whole like misunderstanding that like perpetuates throughout the whole thing. Yeah. And he asks, so then she ends up babysitting for him. And then he like really wants to see her one night. So he says, can you please babysit for me? And he has an appointment that he's going to, but he could have had his family babysit, but he didn't because he wanted her to come in so he could see her before and after his appointment. But she had plans. And so she like, it's like, well, I can because you really need me, but I have these plans. So she ends up taking his kid with her. It's like all these little things. It's very, very cute. I didn't love the last little bit because it was too perfect. You know, like all the loose ends were tied together too perfectly. But other than that, it was really cute. So, yeah. It was a little bit spicy, but not like super overly spicy. Yeah.
That's all the books you've read?
No, I read so many, but I can like list them.
Talk all about them?
I know. And I actually, when I had a couple of books that I really wanted to read while I was on vacation, but a few of them, I started reading them and they were very detail oriented, and I couldn't. I didn't. Apparently this time on my vacation, my theme was shut my brain off.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, so I really wanted to read Quicksilver. I saved it for vacation. It's been recommended to me by a friend, and I really wanted to read it, and I started reading it, but it's like heavy on details in the beginning, and there was a group near me on the beach, and they were talking, and my attention kept going to their conversation. I didn't even really care about their conversation. It just, their voices were carrying, and I was like, I can't read this and have this distraction. So I ended up reading a lot of like light, funny books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The things that I tend to read, because I'm like, I don't have a lot of reading time. So I just want something that's brainless.
Yeah. And I read a couple books that were really shitty that I won't even like, they were just showed up on my Kindle, and I was like, sure. And then I was like, this is awful. Why am I wasting my time on this?
Yeah. So I have read a few books
Yay.
recently since I've been immobile. So the first one was Meet Me in the Margins by Melissa Ferguson, and it was super cute. It's not spicy in any way. It's a publisher and like an editor. It was a really interesting book because it kind of gives insight into like the whole book publishing world, but not a lot of details. And I had just finished watching, oh my God, what is the show? It's on Netflix. It has Hilary Duff in it.
Oh,
there's like,
where she's older?
yes,
The lady is older?
Lady Eliza pretends that she's
27
something
or something like that, and she's really like 40
in
or
her
something.
40s. Yeah.
Yeah, and she ends up dating that young tattoo artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I ended
I've
up
watched that.
watching that, like binging it recently,
Yeah.
even though it's been out forever. I never
Yeah.
even knew this existed. So that's an interesting insight into the publishing world too. And then I read this book and I was like, oh, I'm like really focused on this area of things right now. But it's cute because the main female character wrote her own novel and she works in publishing as an editor or something. And she often goes to the ARC room. So an ARC is advanced reader copy. And she'll like pull books and whatever. But she had taken her manuscript to work one day because she was going to be submitting it to a different publishing house. And she needed to like hide it for some reason. So she went into the ARC room and there's like this like sub room in there and she hid it in there. And then somebody found it and like edited it and wrote notes and stuff. And then when she went back, she finds all these notes and she was kind of pissed off about at first because she's like, who do they think they are? But then when she submitted it to the publishing house, they came back with basically the same notes as this person.
Way.
So it's a whole relationship that gets formed through the notes in the margins of her manuscript. So it's kind of cute.
That is cute.
The second one I read was called Pleading the Fifth by Stephanie Renee. So she is the one, this was an arc that I read for this author. Remember how I read her arc before?
With the crochet.
With the crochet that annoyed me.
Okay, I have to interrupt for 1 second. I read a book while I was on vacation, and it referenced crochet, but it said crochet needles. And it's not a crochet needle.
No.
It's a crochet hook. It's singular. And it's like she was fiddling with her crochet needles. And I was like, this person doesn't know.
They don't know what they're talking about. Do your research. It's very simple.
Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, so this author emailed me and asked if I would read this other book, which is the fifth one. So then I realized this. So the first one I did for her was her fourth book called Hot for Teacher. This one is Pleading the Fifth. So it's, so this one, it's in the same family. It's another one of the kids, like the adult children in the same family. She has been gone away for a long time from her small town and then comes back. It's cute. There were, and I wrote this in my review, there were a lot of grammar mistakes, random quotation marks at the end of a sentence where they shouldn't be. Like, there wasn't any at the start because it wasn't a quotation, but suddenly there'd be these quotation marks just hanging out after a period.
Weird.
And, like, it was just weird. I'm like, what happened with this? Why isn't it edited properly? I liked that it shone a light on ADHD because the main female character has ADHD. What I didn't like was, so she had this best friend and he was in love with her and she left town, like, and this was like high school best friends. She left town and was gone for like a decade and then comes back because her life is a mess.
So they always come back.
Yeah. So she decided to come back to her small town where her family lives and whatever. And then ends up reconnecting with the friend, even though he hates her guts now because she just like abandoned him and disappeared. Yeah. But what I found so unbelievable is that he works in a mechanic shop with her brother, and her brother-in-law owns the shop. And when she comes back to town, her brother-in-law gives her a job at the mechanic shop. So they're like thrust back together. Her friend is like, I hate you and I don't want you to work here. But then they, end up getting back together. In the period of time where she's gone for 10 years, his dad and his brother both died. And she comes back and didn't know that he had lost his people, but yet he's friends with her brothers. And I'm sorry, in what world is this close-knit family that she's apparently a part of not telling her about her former best friend's life?
Mm-hmm.
How is that real?
I read a Mariana Zapata book, and same thing. She ends up going, the main female character drives after 10 years of not seeing her best friend, or her like brother's best friend or cousin's best friend, but they grew up together, but she was significantly younger than him, but she had a crush on him, and then he goes to play football and he moves away, and then his grandpa, like 10 years later, has a major medical emergency and nobody can get a hold of him, so they send her to his home because she is working like an hour away. So she goes to his home and he doesn't recognize her, and they know nothing about each other, even though the cousin is still best friends with him, goes to his games all the time and all these things. I'm like, not once some piece of information was talked about, and it is addressed. Like, why didn't you never say something? And it's like, well, you didn't ask, so I didn't give information. But I just feel like that's so unbelievable.
Yeah, it seemed really unbelievable. And another part of this that other people, when I read other reviews from the ARC readers, when she comes back, like clearly she's been through stuff in 10 years that brought her back home, and messy relationships and whatever. And she keeps referencing to this guy how she has a history and like she has some things that have messed her up and blah, blah, blah. It never comes back around for her to share what these things are.
Oh, that's frustrating.
So it's like it keeps being referenced.
Yeah.
But in the end,
you don't know what it is.
You have no idea. It's just kind of stupid. Like, why even have it in there?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Focus on one traumatic thing and at least bring that forward. But not, I have all these problems, but I'm not actually going to share what these problems were.
And then we're going to live happily ever after.
Yes. Kind of weird.
Okay.
The other one, so, Heated Rivalry is like viral show. I watched it. Have you watched it?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I don't watch a lot of TV, and it's not high on my list to watch, so I don't think I probably will.
So it is a gay hockey player romance, basically. Heated rivalry, rivals getting together, very explicit. I hilariously told my brother, I was like, you should watch this show. And then like a week later, I was like, did you start watching Heated Rivalry yet? And he's like, Debbie, it's pornography. And I'm just like, I was like, it kind of is. Like, the show is very explicit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of ass in it.
It's pornography.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, it's pornography. He's like,
okay.
He said softcore porn.
Okay.
So if you're gonna watch, be prepared.
I don't think I will, actually.
No.
I don't think it's my thing.
It probably wouldn't be.
No.
But, and after the first episode, I'm like, I don't know if I like this. But I kept watching it. There's only like 6 episodes in the first season, I think.
Okay.
And by the 3rd episode, they introduced new characters that I really liked their story.
Yeah.
So the show is based on, I can't remember, the first book or something. Then the 3rd episode is actually the story of the characters from the 2nd or 3rd book. So it brings in other characters from her other book, who I really like these characters. And then by the end of the 6th episode, by the end of the 1st season, there's a lot more character development.
Yeah.
So rather than just focusing on the softcore porn. So then I was like invested in their story, but then it ends, and now they're not even started filming the 2nd season, so it's not releasing for over a year. But I'm like, I want to know what happens. So I read the 6th book, her sixth book.
Sixth book.
because each one of her books are different character stories.
Yeah. Okay.
And the sixth book is actually the sequel to the first. So it follows the first character's story. So I read her sixth book called The Long Game to find out what happens with these two characters.
Okay.
And now I feel like I don't even need to watch the show when it comes out again because I've read the sixth book and now I know what happens.
All right.
And it's quite good. And then I have two more that I've read. Well, I'm currently reading Just Breaking the Rules by Lauren Blakely. And I feel like I don't remember things well, but I've read other books by her that have the same characters, these other hockey players.
Yes, you've read the whole, like a lot of them, and I read a few of them out of order.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I remember this name. I remember this character. So it's one of the hockey players. And then he is falling for a baker, and they're opening a bakery together.
Oh my gosh, I just read the synopsis for this one. I haven't read it yet.
So it's cute. I'm in the middle of that one. And I also read Accidentally Yours, which was a Valentine romance that came out.
Is it a short?
It is a short.
I knew it.
Christina Lauren.
I seen who wrote it, and I was like, oh yeah. Because it's probably like that terrible holidays that we read.
This one was way better.
Oh.
Yeah. This one is more like, so the whole premise of it is she's in marketing and she's doing job interviews, and somehow, I don't even know how this would happen because I work online, so I'm like, I don't think that could be a thing. But somehow she ends up in a Zoom meeting with some other company that she's not interviewing for.
That really doesn't
and
happen.
and I'm like, how is she getting the link to this Zoom meeting? So there's a hole there. There's a hole there, Christina Lauren.
Which is actually two humans.
Two people. Christina
and
humans. Not AI. I don't know how she could end up in a wrong Zoom meeting, but she ended up being in this Zoom meeting and then gives feedback on this guy's marketing pitch because she's like, this was horrible. And then the company ends up hiring her, and she falls for the owner of the company. Gotcha. But it was a short and it was cute, and I read it in like a day. And then there's a new Megan Quinn out.
I have it on my Kindle. I haven't started it yet.
I haven't either. I downloaded it last night, and I'm like, I'm so excited.
So I was very excited about it, and then I need to get out of those groups that you put me in, because there was not a spoiler, but this person was like, the book's 600 pages. And then I read the comments, and people were like, it was like 200 pages too long. And I'm like, but then other people were like, it was amazing. I could have done another 300 pages. But so I haven't started it yet, but I'm going to. Yeah. But I don't want that. Like, I don't need that information. I don't want that information before I go into the book.
I just love her.
I love her too.
She's hilarious. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to whatever hilarity is going to ensue. But I need to finish my
and it's got
Lauren Blakely first.
Flamingos in it. It's gonna be so funny. Like, it's gonna be funny. Someone said that, like, first, same as typical, like, they were like, typical Megan Quinn has you peeing laughing in the first chapter. So I'm like, I know it's gonna be good.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I imagine myself sitting on the couch laughing out loud. It's going to happen. So you should read it and join us. Mm-hmm. But that was all my books. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all my things.
That's awesome. Anything else?
Well, we should just plug our retreat.
Yeah, we're doing a retreat. We are going to hang out at Pillage. The Village at Pigeon Lake, May 22nd to 24th. It's a Friday to Sunday. Mm-hmm. The event starts at 4 on Friday. I really should have this in front of me.
We should have the schedule here.
Please hold. Basically, you get to come and do your fiber art craft with us. We have room for all of the things. You can knit, crochet.
Want to bring your spinning wheel? Go ahead.
Yep. Yes. So schedule.
You want to bring some sort of loom? You can leave it set up in the room.
Yeah, we have a huge room, and it has an outdoor patio, so we'll have access to being outside as well, because May is going to be beautiful. I just know it. There will not be snow. Do you hear me, lady?
It's the end of May, so I'm thinking like after the long weekend. It should be
the long
nice.
weekend is the weekend before. So, okay, so here's the event schedule. We have a welcome gathering at 6 p.m. on Friday, May 22nd, and it goes until 10:30. We're gonna have a little charcuterie for snack at 7 p.m. on Saturday. The room will open at 9:30 a.m. and you can just hang out. You can go to the spa next door. You have to book your appointments or whatever, but there's a spa next door and there's a bunch of coffee shops and stuff. There's no food until supper, so you'll be responsible for breakfast and lunch and snacks and whatever, but hang out with everybody, get to know them, and then bring your own cocktail gathering. So we will have a liquor license, and you can bring a cocktail or a mocktail from 5 until 6:30 p.m. on Saturday night, and there'll be like some games and stuff to get to know each other and whatnot, break the ice. Nothing too anxiety inducing, I promise. And then we're gonna have a catered supper at 6:30, and again we'll hang out into the room until 10:30 because I think we have to be out at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So, and then on Sunday morning, this is very exciting. We're gonna open the room at 9, and at 10, from 10 until 1, Freya from Half Moon Baskets is going to come and teach us how to make a berry bowl, which is woven from willow branches. So the retreat is very focused on just connection and getting together and like doing your own craft.
Yeah.
Rather than like a bunch of classes to occupy your time. We wanted time to like relax, sit, knit, read, whatever.
Well, and people have their own stuff they're working on.
Mm-hmm.
There's this lady that I used to know. She lived in Shore Park and she was a seamstress, and so I'd often get her to like fix things, like fix my kids' blankets or whatever. And she was big into quilting. She also crocheted and stuff, but she was big into quilting, and she was a nurse, and she would go on like need a break from nursing and go on these like quilting retreats, but they wouldn't have anything set.
No.
It was just you bring all your stuff
and do it.
and you just are doing your own thing with other people doing their own thing. So,
I used to do the same thing with scrapbooking.
Yeah,
It was always
so-
scrapbooking retreats. There was no class or anything like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just doing your own thing, which is kind of what we wanted.
Well, we're modeling it in a sense after our own knitaways. So a couple years ago, Debbie and I wanted to get away, and we booked an Airbnb, just the two of us, and we went and sat and knit and read and ate food that we brought to our Airbnb and prepared low-key food, and just really like embraced doing whatever we wanted. Parallel play,
Like sitting in silence, reading our own books,
like children, like toddlers. It's called parallel play, where they like do their own thing beside each other, and they're not playing with each other yet. That's kind of what we were doing. We're parallel playing, and so when we would talk about these weekends that we would do together, we always get people asking if they can come, and so that's kind of what we're modeling the retreat after, with the exception, of course, with the class to tie it all in on Sunday. And the reason, I've actually had a couple of emails about this recently. The reason why the class is on Sunday and not Saturday, we have talked about this before, but I'll just reiterate, is because the spa is not open on Sunday. So that was the other part. We wanted to allow people, if they wanted to use the spa, because the spa is amazing. Next door, you do have to book your treatments, and if you're coming, book them now. They book up really fast. But yeah, we're not meeting until 6 p.m. on Friday, so you could go Friday afternoon or Saturday during the day. And like I mentioned, there's lots of local businesses. We can pop over to there's 4 restaurants, I think.
Yeah,
there's quite a few. One's right in the building, pretty much, of the inn, and then right across. It's kind of like the tiniest Canmore, if you're familiar. Like, it's very walkable. It is very walkable. You walk
across the street and down a path.
It is a village. But you could park your car at the hotel and not move all weekend. Like, you'll be able to go get ice cream, coffee, food, shopping. There's cute little boutiques. Mm-hmm. And we will have the room open from 9:30 in the morning until 10:30 at night. You can pop in and out as you want. You can go have a nap. As far as accommodations go, we have 1 queen room left.
Oh, really?
With 1 queen bed, yeah. And 1 room with 2 single beds. We have 1 person not staying at the inn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have that available at the inn, and then you could also get an Airbnb, or if you live nearby, you could drive. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really like an extended knit night.
It's a knit weekend.
Yeah. Like we go to knit night and you're knitting on your own things and sitting around and talking to people. It's just all day. Yeah. It's all weekend.
And you get to chat with people, see their projects, go for lunch with someone.
Maybe I'll actually finish something. Because it'll be focused time.
Yeah.
To just do the thing.
You know, though, like when we've gone on our knitaways, I'm like, oh, I'm going to finish this huge project. I should bring 3 projects because I will be done this. And then I don't
finish anything.
Well, I do knit a lot, but I also read when we go just the 2 of us, which I don't foresee me doing a lot of that with a group. But when we go, I'll end up sitting on the patio reading a book. Mm-hmm. It's just nice. It's like a nice little disconnection from everyday life. And like, I don't know about you, but like when I'm at home, it's like, oh, I need to do the laundry, switch it out or whatever, fold laundry or all these little distractions. And when you're away, you don't have those distractions.
No, and you're not giving yourself permission to break.
Yeah.
We didn't want to talk about cost. It's $275 for the retreat fee. Mm-hmm. And then, like that does include the class, and it includes the charcuterie night, and it includes your welcome gift, and it includes a dinner on Saturday. Mm-hmm. So you have to get your own accommodation and pay for that separately. Mm-hmm. And any other food that you want or whatever. But,
which if you're staying at the hotel, you'll have a mini fridge in your room,
yeah, you
so
can
you could bring
things.
Bring things if you want to do it on a budget, like a yogurt bowl or something like that. Or, like I said, there's cafes and stuff available.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, should be good. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah. And if you want to register, you can go to our Instagram page, which is Knits'n'Giggles podcast, and it has a form in the bio. Just fill out the form, and then I'll get back to you right away. Or you can email us at knitsandgigglespodcast@gmail.com, which you'll put in the show notes. Yeah.
What else? I think that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, and at this point, so we had said that like the retreat fee is non-refundable, so you cannot cancel and get your money back. And the only time it would be refundable is if we cancel the retreat for whatever reason. It's completely canceled. You get your full amount, $275 back, and then you just cancel your hotel room, which you have plenty of time to do and not pay, because you don't pay for your hotel till you're there. However, we've hit our minimum, so the retreat is a go.
Yeah.
And we don't foresee canceling.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so we're going. It's gonna be great.
We're going. Hopefully you'll be there too.
Hopefully. And we do have like lots of spots available.
Yeah, like even though we don't have a lot of rooms in our block left, we can accommodate more people than rooms. Mm-hmm. So if you are local or want to get an Airbnb or whatever.
Like I think we have, because it's based on our class, the Berry Weaving Bowl class. So I think off the top of my head, I want to say we have 13 or 14 spots still.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a big amount. So that the class can accommodate. So, but right now it's a nice number. It's going to be amazing either way.
I like that we don't know everybody.
I love that we don't know everybody.
That's cool.
It's great. Yeah.
We get to meet new people.
A couple people, yeah, I haven't really met. It's going to be awesome. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's going to be great to be able to just disconnect. And also the spa. We're going to the spa. Debbie booked our spa before she did everything else. And I cannot wait.
I didn't want to miss out.
Yeah.
I love the spa.
Yeah. If you're thinking about the spa and you're like, what treatment should I get? Facial. The facial is amazing. And I've been to the spa a few times. And I've gotten the facial twice now. But before that, I'd always gotten a massage and a pedicure and whatever, different combinations of things. And I never really thought about getting a facial. And then Debbie went with your husband. And you were like, the facial is amazing. And I was like, I don't know. Like, it seems like a lot of money for a facial. But it is the most relaxing hour of your life. And actually, last year for my husband's birthday, I took him and I scheduled him a facial. And he was like, I don't know, Brandie. And then he came out and he like literally looked like he was drunk. He was just like kind of weaving a little bit. And like, he's like, that was amazing. He's like, I didn't think I would like my face being touched. I thought this was weird. He's like, when can we come back? It's so amazing. He fell asleep.
The facial's so good.
It's so good. They massage your scalp and then they put like a hot cloth on your face. And that was the other thing. Jeff was like, why are we not putting hot cloths on our face?
On a regular basis. Just like taking this.
It's like the most relaxing thing. Why are we not doing this? Like, I don't know.
It's true.
Yeah.
I had a friend. Well, she's alive. I still have this friend. I haven't seen her in a very long time. She moved to BC. But she was a massage therapist, and she worked, when she trained, she first started working at some spa on the West Coast, like expensive, fancy type spa in like BC. But when she moved back to Edmonton, she brought some of those like tricks with her about this spa experience. So she had one of those in her basement massage studio, had one of those like towel warmers and all these, and like incorporated it. And minimum her massages were an hour and a half. Like you could not book something shorter with her. Often I would go for 2 hours with her, and like she used hot towels and did like the whole spa type experience in her basement. And sometimes I'm like, why'd you have to move away again? I'm like, I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome spa massage. That was still therapeutic. It wasn't just relaxation. But
Yeah. If I had to choose, I would pick the facial over. Like, it's more relaxing to me than the massage was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I think we can wrap this up.
Yeah. We'll be back soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
I make no
as long
promises.
as Debbie's life, wraps itself up, and
Oh my goodness.
I said to Debbie that she needed to catch a break, and then I texted my husband that you weren't feeling good yesterday, so I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be recording. I was like, Debbie really needs to catch a break, and he said you should write break on a piece of paper and throw it to her. Like, thank you for the dad joke. But on that note, we will see you in a few weeks.
Bye.